The four parts of the movement that I'm going to break it down into are the flick, the micro correction, the click timing and or stopping the flick, and then the target acquisition. Let's start with the flick. Your arm is the primary mover responsible for getting your mouse over to where your target is close to your crosshair, or at least within your zone of control. At excessively high sensitivities, it can be mostly a wrist movement, but the goal for the arm is to reduce the flick error. And flick error is simply how far away your crosshair is from your target after your initial flick, without any micro correction from your wrist at all. One key part of this is for your wrist and arm to work in tandem at the exact same time to create one synergistic movement. But just like you isolate your shot in basketball, you should have aim training as well, so you can develop enough consistency in one segment of the movement so that the other segment becomes much easier to improve on, because you can then isolate the feedback. So what's the point? What's the goal for isolating the movement? Well, it's to reduce the flick error to give your wrist an easier micro correction to make. All great basketball shooters work on the one-handed form shot. It's a set shot with one hand, no legs, no offhand, all follow through. And this is about to be your one-handed shot in aim training practice to reduce your flick error. Take your wrist and lock it in place. Work on your flick error by making flick shots, but with no micro correction from your wrist. Train that arm to be perfect. Keep this movement slow and controlled, and make no mistakes. If you speed it up and begin to make mistakes, slow it back down. This is going to be a lifelong practice and something you should incorporate every day.